There, so just going to talk about our gateway liners line with Buckeye today. And the first thing we want to mention is that we here at Buckeye focus primarily on performance, sustainability, and savings. Obviously, you think of liners or trash liners as a commodity, something that is strictly decided by price. Everything's kind of the same; it's the same product universally. But here at Buckeye, we bring value to a commodity market. So with that, we combine the highest quality resins, superior processing, and innovative testing methods, which enables us to have a customized program and a sustainable solution. Now, first thing I want to talk about is performance. First thing that I'll mention is that thickness does not equal strength. This essentially means that we manufacture stronger and lighter liners for specific needs. So Gateway, we only use the highest quality resins like I had stated, and we are the only company using a R-Spec proprietary formulation, which I'll get into a little bit more. So R-Spec is essentially we have 45% higher tensile, 33% more puncture resistance, 31% more weight capacity, and 28% more tear resistance. Moving forward here a little bit, so how do we maximize our performance with our liners? So we use a liner performance index, which shows us exactly how much mils we are going to need, or how many mils are sufficient for each type of liner there. We enable the right sizing, so again we're able to match liners specifically to the cans that you use in your facility. Speaking of that exact topic, R-Fit is the name for the functionality of what we use to fit our liners. Again, trash can specific sizing. It eliminates the waste due to excessive overhang. So as you can see here, this is sometimes what you can see in facilities with the standard bags that overhang almost halfway down the bin there. With ours, they're only going to come up to the rim there, so you got 19% less plastic that you're using. Now, next thing I want to talk about is sustainability. So we discovered through Buckeye that source reduction is actually the most effective way of plastic waste management. Obviously, disposal, correct disposal is one way, but again, it's less preferable because once you cut right to the source, we're manufacturing products that have less plastic due to our size fitting operation. Therefore, before you even get to the steps of reusing, recycling, and treatment and disposal, of course, you're already having a significant less amount of plastic and a significantly smaller footprint, excuse me. And so essentially to kind of sum that up, it's basically that making less waste and recycling do not always go hand in hand. When they don't, recycling should make way for source reduction. Now, if you think of it this way, right? So competitive liners, so ones that have 1.1 mil here, this is how much waste that you're typically going to add to the landfill with it. With our product, you have 30% reduction, leaving you with a much smaller amount of waste to deal with. Now, more than 75% goes to a landfill and less than 25% is recycled. So this really is, not great for the environment and it's not productive for a company. And according to a 2012 study, over 2 billion pounds of plastic trash bags are disposed into a landfill. For liners alone, more than 99% go directly to landfills. So if we're putting basically all of this plastic directly into the trash, the best thing we can do is cut back on the amount of plastic and chemicals that we use to actually create the product in the first place. Next thing I want to talk about is savings. So we provide you guys with the strongest and lightest, liners possible that work 100% of the time. But through our Gateway Liners app, you're able to kind of calculate exactly how much you'd be saving versus what you currently use here. That really helps us, figure out exactly the measurements of how much weight that you're using so that the bag that you're going to get is fit specifically for the purpose, function, as well as the can that it's going into. Now, moving forward, worker safety is also a huge aspect. If you think of it this way where, if somebody's, not a very tall person and they're lifting a bag with their back out of a 44-gallon bucket, you're not going to want to have that excess again. Not only is it a waste, but it's also causing workers to have to lift above their head, which is unsafe and can cause serious issues, which you obviously don't want to have to reap the repercussions of that. Whether that's through workers' comp or things like that, but through our liners, we're able to meet those OSHA lifting standards and keeping your workers safe and saving you money and reducing that risk. So moving forward here, what we like to typically do with our customers is just set what we call an appointment for a Gateway Liners Challenge. So all we really do is just, we set a time with your facility, we test several different liners at different gauges, and then we kind of review those results and get everything fitted and kind of see how you feel about it, see if you're seeing results or not. And then from there, we like to move forward and if you like it, obviously see if we can get it instilled into your facility. What's a good time that would work for you to meet with us next week?